Hey yo, hey, what's up? So today I'm going to show you two methods of how to get up Thinset, old Thinset from the ground. If you got your old tile, you're going to get up Thinset. Okay, so for the first method of doing Thinset, it's for smaller jobs, or if you're just like replacing a piece of tile or a couple pieces that are loose, this method works well in conjunction with the other method to get up the tile. So what you can do is, this is for smaller jobs, 100 square feet or less probably, depending on what tile you're taking up. I've taken up guest bathrooms in a couple hours, both the tile and Thinset. I've taken up 100 square feet of hard shit in about 4 or 5 hours. So, it's just a method. So I don't have a video, got lost in the shuffle, but this will be a little walkthrough. Use your imagination of how to do this. All right, so let's act like this is the, we got the tile up, this is actually carpet, whatever. So what we will do is, what I will do a lot of times is I'll just come over and scrape the Thinset, just hammer this thing on it, boom, boom, we'll just taking at it like that, like I would do with carpet glue, just taking at it like that. If you get some more stubborn pieces, you can hold this thing at a good angle and hammer it in. Okay, like that. Now this is a thinner blade, but you can hammer it and it'll shoot it up. So there's your method. You can come scraping at it. If you get more stubborn spots, hammer at it. This is not a chisel. I use a putty knife, and it's a real thin putty knife that I found. And this thing does wonders. I've used this thing for a good 5 years on big jobs, and it's still holding up. It's a cheap putty knife, but it's a real thin one, and that's why the scraping works well with it. And then, like I said, if you're gonna hammer, get yourself a thin putty knife like this, and you can go to town with it. And it's not that difficult. Now, the other thing that you gotta keep in mind is, if you're going down with more tile on top of it, just changing the tile, it doesn't have to be smooth as eggs. It doesn't have to be brand spanking new looking. You can have little ridges because you're gonna tile right over it. If you're doing wood floor, that's give or take. If you're gluing down, then you have more leeway, but it's give or take. You want to get it fairly smooth, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, you can have a little bit of humps to it. You just want to take out the thicker areas. So the next step for the bigger ones is you'll go rent or buy. You got to spend a little bit of money. You go to Home Depot or any hardware store or whatever and rent. They'll guide you in the right direction. Tell them you want to take out some Thinset. You'll rent a demolition hammer, and they'll give you like this wide spade, and it's really, really thin, and you put that thing on. I'll give you a video of me doing that, and you just let the machine do all the work, really. You just kind of put a little pressure down, change the angle, and let it just go to work. So we'll shoot that video the second way. I got a demo hammer. This is a spade that we'll use for Thinset. The Thinset, you're going to get the tile off, then you're going to get Thinset layer over it. So it's a real thin blade. You're going to need a mask, gloves, eye protection. Whenever you do a Thinset, it is going to get dusty. So unless you want a sinus infection, which I am not a huge fan of, then I recommend using a damn mask. Let's go.